Hello and welcome back to Rocky Top Rundown, your home for all things Tennessee athletics. I'm Alli Seaton along with Chloe Notowich, and we're here to give you the midweek rundown on what's happening in the Tennessee sports world.
That's right, Alli. It's been a busy week so far, and we still have more to cover. So let's start off with a discussion about our volleyball team's upcoming match. Tonight, the Lady Vols volleyball team will take on the University of Alabama at home for their first SEC match of the season.
I'm predicting this match to be very long and close considering both teams' records right now. Bama is 8-3 with the Vols very close behind at 7-3.
I agree with that, Alli. I feel like both teams have a long rivalry history between each other, but I will say the Lady Vols do have that home court advantage, so I feel like the Food City Center will be electric for the game, but also Bama will be coming out guns a-blazing because they're trying to win their first SEC game of the season.
One thing that I'm sure of is Nina Kajik is going to show up ready once again tonight. She has been on absolute fire all season, and I don't see that flame dying down anytime soon. She has a whopping 4.39 kills per set ratio with 167 kills and only 42 errors so far this season. Insanely impressive. The Tide's own junior outside hitter, Sophie Agee, has also had an amazing season of her own with 142 kills and 63 errors. They are coming out of two big back losses against North Alabama and number 18 Florida State. Do you think they're going to be able to end the streak tonight?
You know, well, Alli, I think it's going to be a tough one for the Vols, but make sure to tune into the match tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to see who takes the first Tennessee versus Bama win of the year. Staying on the topic of Lady Vols, absolutely killing it, our very own Samara Carpenter reveals which Lady Vols received special honors this week.
Hello everyone, I am here with a special edition of SEC Players of the Week. Lady Vols athletics have been putting in a tremendous amount of effort to showcase their best this season. Lady Vols soccer had not one but two players highlighted.
Mac Migley named Co-Offensive Player of the Week and Ali Zazzara recognized as Defensive Player of the Week. Both have been putting in tremendous effort this year. Their hard work has earned them SEC Player of the Week, contributing greatly to the team's success. Migley earned a spot on the hit list for outstanding players. She's consistently quick on her feet and applying a great amount of pressure on offense for the Lady Vols in their season thus far. Zazzara, goalkeeper for the Lady Vols, also quick on her feet, ensuring the ball doesn't come near the net. She currently holds fourth best goals against average in the country. Zazzara and Migley are working hard to be a valuable asset and show that hard work does indeed pay off.
Migley and Zazzara aren't the only Lady Vol SEC Players of the Week, but in volleyball, Peyton Chapman has won Freshman of the Week for the second time straight.
As a freshman, Chapman is already making her mark, showcasing her dominance and leaving a strong impression on the Lady Vols. Her hard work paid off in recent games, helping the team defeat Coastal Carolina, where she delivered 12 kills, 3 aces, 2 blocks, and a dig.
As these three Lady Vols continue to dominate this season, you can catch Lady Vols soccer at the University of Florida and volleyball at the University of Oklahoma. I'm Samara Carpenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Samara. The Lady Vols are just killing it all around the board. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see a Lady Vol take home an SEC Weekly honor this week.
This just in, we have breaking news. The Lady Vols soccer game tomorrow against Florida has been postponed due to Hurricane Helena. We don't have any word on when the game will be rescheduled.
But no worries, softball is back, baby. Well, almost back. The Lady Vols were set to kick off fall ball tonight against Carson Newman, but the game was also rescheduled to October 16th due to weather. Tennessee's first game will now be on Friday at home at 5 p.m. against Walters State.
All right, let's bring in a change of pace and talk about the most notable event from this past weekend, which happens to not be football. Morgan Wallen performed 2 sold-out shows at Neyland Stadium. These took place on Friday and Saturday.
That's right, Alli. Around 80,000 fans took over Neyland Stadium to see him play, but not only that, he had surprise guests come on the scene. Eric Church, Miranda Lambert, Darius Rucker, plus Ernest and Hardy opened for him as well. Definitely quite a lineup for country fans.
On Friday, Morgan walked out with Tony Vitello and several members of the national title-holding baseball team. But on Sunday, he had an even more eye-catching group. Josh Heupel, Nico Iamaleava, Brew McCoy, and Peyton Manning. And Manning also happened to be fully suited up as if he was going to be quarterback once more on the field. Which lineup do you think got the most attention, and which one would you have preferred to see?
I will say I was there for the Sunday show, but I feel like both got equal attention. I saw both about the same times on social media because I feel like Morgan Wallen's first performance was on Friday, so I feel like a lot of people were amped up to see who was coming out that night. But I was really glad I got to see the Sunday lineup coming out.
Listen, I would have killed anything more than the world to see Peyton Manning fully suited up for the first time ever in my life in person, but I was just excited to be there anyways. And Tony V and the players coming out with Morgan was just amazing to experience in person no matter what. So either way I would have been happy, I think.
And it was also amazing because Rocky Top played during the concert, and that got everybody singing. And that was just an electric atmosphere. And you know, when you got into the concert, you got those wristbands that lit up. So when Rocky Top was playing, the orange lights were all over.
Absolutely. I mean, I loved the wristband. I still have mine. And I don't know if you saw on Sunday, they were actually kind of pranking Hardy with them because they're only supposed to start during Morgan's set. But they all just started going off in the middle of one of Hardy's songs, and he was so confused.
That's hilarious. And also, just talking about Morgan's set list, was there a song that you were surprised he didn't play, or what was a favorite song that he did play?
So I will say I was incredibly surprised that we did not hear 865 or Tennessee Fan, as you've mentioned to me before the show. But I mean, my favorite song that they did play had to have been Cover Me Up. I mean, hearing that for years, that was honestly one of his most famous songs in the beginning, because it is a cover, but he did an amazing job with it. I think Eric Church came out around that time as well. So.
Yeah, and I loved it when he played last night, you know, one of his major hits. Everyone was singing along, but I also was so happy when Darius Rucker came out. I grew up listening to him, and I gotta admit, I did tear up a little bit, but when they both played Wagon Wheel, that was an amazing experience to be a part of.
Oh, it absolutely had been. I think we have one more, a little bit more time for one more discussion point. Chloe, do you think that more artists will take the stage at Neyland Stadium and join the Vol Opry? And if so, who would you like to see?
I mean, I think they should bring out more artists to play in Neyland Stadium. It's a great atmosphere, great venue to play at. And I know Kenny Chesney has played there before, but I would love to see him come back, or maybe Kelsey Ballerini. But I think it is a great idea to bring out more country artists to the venue.
I do think that the country genre is more focusing and more focused on in Neyland Stadium. I think Cody Johnson would be an amazing person to pull in because he has such a wide fan base currently as well. And I just think the Vol Opry should expand.
It seems that Morgan Wallen in Neyland was quite a success. So are the Vols this season. And coming into the week after Oklahoma, Michael Ware spoke to fans on campus to see how they currently feel about their team.
Hey guys, the volunteer football team is off to one of the hottest starts not only in school history, but in all of college football history. I'm out here on Ped Walkway to talk with some of the fans about how they're feeling going forward this season.
I think we're killers. I think we're dogs. I think Vols by 50 every single game for the rest of the season.
Well, so far I've actually really enjoyed the start of our season. Coming out strong. I think we've had 120 points to 13 or something like that in the first two games. And I was a bit nervous coming into the Oklahoma game, seeing what would actually happen, whether we were up to standard for a ranked team. But the game was a bit slow for me, but we still came out on top. So I'm honestly feeling pretty good about our season so far.
I think we're going all the way. We're winning the Natty.
The vibes are immaculate. Whenever a football team is putting up numbers like we are, stomping on other top 25 teams, you know, everybody's happier, especially when you got a good guy like Nico out there. Just kind of leading the school, and you see that with Josh Heupel. Just really brings all the students together, and it's really fun to see a campus unite under a good football team.
We're beating Bama by 30 this year. It's not even going to be close. Nico's the Heisman.
Beat Alabama, drop one to Georgia, but it's going to be close. 10 points probably.
You know what they say about playing Bama at home every 2 years is that they lose every 2 years. So we're going to have another hard-fought win. Hopefully not down to the wire, but I think the city might burn then. But very excited. It'll be a fun weekend.
Percentage title odds, 69%. I think that's the perfect number.
I actually just cranked the numbers in my head, crunched a lot of numbers, and it's an 11.1% chance to win the national championship.
I honestly wouldn't give us more than a 15% chance, but considering all the other good teams that are out here, I think it's still pretty fair. I think we have a much higher chance of at least making the national championship game, but coming out on top, I guess we'll just see where the season takes us.
Just get us in there. All I need is a chance.
Well, as you can tell from that, vibes are extremely high, and some might even say it's feeling like 98. I'm Michael Ware, Rocky Top Rundown. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Michael. Oklahoma was a bit more of a test for Tennessee, but they were still able to come out and get it done in true Vol fashion.
Yes, they were. I think this bye week will give us a chance to rest and prepare for the big name games we have coming up. That's all the time we have for this Wednesday edition of Rocky Top Rundown. I'm Alli Seaton.
And I'm Chloe Notowich. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Go Vols!